Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy City, finally back on YouTube after a long delay. Now, I'm pretty sure that the sound quality is not going to be the best. I just got this program to finally start working, so I haven't really messed with it too much. But as you can see, we're pretty already high level. We're kind of behind on all the Pokemon Go adventures that everybody seems to be having already. But I did want to start making a series for you guys again. As you can see, we're level 24 here already. I'm walking around in my neighborhood now, so you may hear some cars driving by or whatever the case may be. And I'm walking my dog at the same time, so you're going to see me consistently stop while my dog does whatever she wants to do. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my Pokemon that we have so far that head up the squad. We've done pretty good for ourselves over the last couple weeks. I don't know how you guys are doing. Go ahead and let me know in the comments box down below. Now, I do want to touch up on a couple of things first. I know there's a lot of stuff out there with the EV glitch where you rename them certain names and everything, and it does seem to work. It did work for me the first 3 times that I did it. Well, I got one of each, and then after that I tried to make some of them a little bit stronger, evolve them a little bit stronger, because I was higher level and everything. And actually that was today when I was at this pretty great park that's probably about 15 minutes from my house, and we'll definitely take an episode down there when we use the face cam. But it seems that once you've done it one time, or maybe got one of each, then it, no matter what, it seems to be random. I'm trying to get a stronger Jolteon, so I named him Sparky or whatever, and I got another Vaporeon out of it. And then I went back and caught enough Eevees again to do it all over again, and I thought, well, maybe if I named him the Rainer, he'll turn out to be something different. Well, that time I named Rainer, and he did come out that one. So I don't know if Vaporeon is, you know, one of the more common evolutions, or if you know, there's some weird glitch where if you name one, I don't know. But either way, it does seem that Vaporeon is the stronger of the 3 anyway. Looks like in order it goes Vaporeon, Flareon, and then Jolteon. Now, the reason why I want the Jolteon so bad is not because of anything where he's my favorite one or he looks cool or whatever the case may be, but it seems like, and you'll see it when I show you the Pokedex here in just a second, it seems like the strong electric type Pokemon are kind of hard to come by, and I do want one just for gym battle purposes, because it seems like everybody's rolling hard with a lot of the water types. So I know that electric kind of counters that a little bit, and you know, kind of want to get a balanced squad. But I'll show you guys here. This is the squad we're working with now. That Gyarados that we do have, man, that was a grind. Anybody who's playing this game, catch any and all. Some dog got out, and now I was worried about my dog. Hold on a second. Come on. All right, guys. So we're back. Some guy like opened his door, and his little lap dog, I don't know what kind of dog it was, came running out the house. And basically was just following us all over the damn place without a leash. And my dog's not a big dog or anything like that, but anyway, so going back to the Eevee evolutions, basically what it comes out to be, like I said, I think it's pretty random. Let me go back to the Pokedex here, show you guys what's up. As you can see, I named that one Sparky in the top right, and it turned out to be a Vaporeon, whatever. So I mean, it's cool though. 815. Vaporeon is one of the stronger Pokemon in the game. He attacks super fast. The life pool is pretty decent, as you can see. 170 HP. He's got Aqua Tail, which is pretty cool, and Water Gun. Like I said, he attacks super fast. He can attack probably like 3 or 4 times within maybe 2.5 seconds. So he's pretty good there. That Gyarados, man, I farmed. Tell you what, here in Tampa, downtown Tampa area, anybody who's in Tampa, they have this thing called the Riverwalk that basically runs along the outer perimeter of downtown Tampa. And it's a pretty long walk, so if you got eggs to hatch or whatever the case may be, there's tons of Pokestops along the way. And not only that, I mean, the downside to downtown Tampa down there, that Riverwalk, is nothing really spawns there. You get a lot of common Pidgeys and Ratttas and stuff like that, but there are tons and tons of Magikarp that spawn all along there. Not only that, like I said, the Pokestops. So if you go down there and you're running low on items, Pokeballs, Ultra Balls, anything like that, definitely just walk it for like an hour, hour and a half. Just walk the whole entire circle, and you can catch all the Magikarp that spawn and still end up in the day with like 125, 130 Pokeballs, which, I mean, shoot, saves you a ton of money if you're the kind that's buying the stuff. But as you can see, we got a ton of evolutions here. I think I've caught maybe, like, I'll check it in a second, but I think it's like 125, 126 of the Pokemon out there. So we're not too far away from completing what we can as far as the Pokedex go. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it from other videos, but you know, there's certain ones that are not in the game currently: Mew, Mewtwo, and the 3 legendary birds, and Ditto, of course. And then there's some that seem to be currently regional things. Like here in the US, we'll get Tauros, whereas I think Europe will get Mr. Mime, Asia will get Farfetch'd, and then New Zealand and Australia get the Kangaskhan. But you can also get those from hatching the eggs. But listen, man, I've done tons of walking. I've had plenty of 5K, 2K eggs, and a couple of 10K eggs over the last couple of days. I'll show you here. From my first 10K egg, I got the Aerodactyl, which I thought was super cool. It was my very first 10K egg that hatched. But then after that, I've gotten the ones that are kind of on the oh man side to a degree. Like I hatched 2 of them earlier today. I got an Eevee and a Dratini. Well, Dratini came a day or so ago, and then the Eevee came today, and Ammonite came. And so, I mean, you kind of see them and you're like, you're hoping for something like a Snorlax or something cool like that. But I mean, the best thing to think about it is some of those things are super rare, like the Ammonites, at least in my area. So to get them, oh, as we say, here comes an egg now. I'm not sure if this may be a 10K egg, which would be super dope. But I know I have one getting ready to go. Oh, it's a Vulpix. So I'm hoping it's a 5K. I'm going to check it here in a second. As you can see, we can level it up. But, man, I don't really want to. Yeah, as you can see, we have 0.7 down there on this egg. Well, 0.75. So to catch that 10K egg. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but and I'll try and put something on the video when it pops up, but there's a couple of very useful websites out there that as you can see, there's a Caterpie that pops up. Might as well try and catch it just for the hell of it. But there's a couple of useful websites out there to help you guys out. There's one called Pokevision.com, and that basically, you just type in your location and it'll bring up everything in your area as far as the Pokemon there and how long they're going to be up for. Oh man. And then you can see, like, geez, it's kind of hard to do this while walking a dog too. Wow, hold on a second, let me stop and try and do this. There we go. And then it kind of shows a timer too, so like if you put it up in your neighborhood or wherever it is that you're farming, you can just kind of run out and see, oh man, there's a Electabuzz and he'll be there for another 5 minutes, so you gotta hurry up and get down to that spot or whatever the case may be. So it can be pretty useful. You can only update or refresh that screen once every 30 seconds though, so just bear in mind, keep that in mind. And then there's another one that it's kind of cool. It'll tell you, it's called like PidgeyCalc if you Google search it. Basically what it does is you go to that website and then you will plug in what it is that you're trying to get the most experience from. So let's say you have like 30 Pidgeys or whatever, so you click on Pidgey and then you'll click how many you have and then you'll hit calculate, and what it'll do is it'll come up and it'll tell you, hey, okay, activate a lucky egg transfer 20 of them and then upgrade 5 and whatever the case may be, and it'll give you X amount of experience. So it's definitely a good tool to maximize your experience building. Now, normally I have lucky eggs on, but I didn't know how long this walk was going to be. I probably should pop one, to be honest with you. The downside with my neighborhood is, as you can see, nothing really comes up. There's like, I don't know, that last Pokestop I went to, it was probably about half a mile from my house. So, you know, to sit there and do that, it doesn't pay. And then I'm walking up on another one now. Well, not now. I'm a pretty good ways away from it. But there's that, and then there's like a major highway or a major road that has a couple of them across the street there, but you kind of gotta cross the street in order to get over there. But anyway, that's pretty much that. Now going into Pokedex here, as you can see, I've caught 127. I've seen 128, and that one elusive one was that Blastoise right there. I saw him. This park that I go to, I'm telling you guys, if you're in the Tampa area, Ballast Point Park at the end of Bayshore Boulevard, that's the spot, man. Day or night, night's way better, but all I know is it gets pretty packed up there. So like parking kind of sucks. But if you're just kind of hanging out, whatever the case may be, there's, I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 stops there, and then there's tons of rare stuff that'll pop up. I've caught 2 Ninetales there, 2 Lapras, Pincers, Sithers. I saw that Blastoise, but I couldn't catch him. I was trying hard. I wasted like 30 Pokeballs, and then he just ran. He dipped out on me. So, you know, that's the spot. But what I'd like for you guys to do, if you guys do see this video, obviously don't put in where you live or anything like that, but just kind of like, you know, if there's a park or a field or like a shopping center or something like that near your guys' location that you know is a pretty good spot, just kind of put that in the comments below. Let this be, you know, a little bit of a hub or something like that for everybody who watches this video. Maybe they can look at it and be like, oh, you know what, I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's a good spot. Oh, okay. You know, don't put your address. Don't if you have a good spot right next to your house, get like literally right next door. I wouldn't suggest putting that down there because, well, let's face it, it might not be the safest thing. But just a general area, you know, like I said, the Ballast Point Park and downtown Tampa, those are good spots for 2 different things. You're looking to catch a lot of Pokemon and get a lot of Pokestops and level up pretty quickly. Ballast Point is the way to go if you're looking just for a refill downtown Tampa. But if you guys know spots near you, go ahead and put that down there. Now, I don't know if you guys caught that Comic-Con release with the guy who's the CEO of Niantic, but he did mention a lot of things in there, and what he was basically talking about is what's to come. Now, I used to play Pokemon, the original ones, the red, the blue, and some of the yellow back when I was a kid. That came out, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago when it came out. So now what I just heard and learned and everything like that is that Pokemon's out in like the 7th generation now. So there's something like 700 Pokemon total. And obviously we have 151 minus, you know, the handful that aren't released in the game yet. But what the guy from Niantic said was that what they plan to do is in the next upcoming months and years, which shows how long they really want to kind of keep developing this game, is they'll release more and more and more. Now, I don't know if they'll ever get up to the 700 stage or not. If so, that's way down the road. And you know, I mean, Pokemon here, it's a big thing now. You know, that you can't go anywhere without seeing at least 5 or 10 people playing the game, which, yeah, it's pretty cool. It gets everybody up and out and all the above stuff like that. Most kids were inside playing Xbox all day. Now, I look at one of my neighbors here. He plays the drums around the corner. I never knew where he lived, but now I see him. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but if they start playing soon, you might hear them because they yell, and I can hear them from my house, which is like 2 blocks down. But anyway, you know, that'd be cool to have more Pokemon in there. I know there's like 5 or 6 more evolutions of Eevee. No, then you got like the Pichus and all that other stuff, which is, you know, pretty cool. That'd be pretty exciting to see. And I don't know if you guys saw some of these trailers from before this game was released, but you know, they showed the whole Mewtwo and Times Square thing, and a lot of people said their thoughts on that. Me personally, I don't think that can be an option, because I don't know if you guys seen pictures or even videos or anything like that of what Times Square, or excuse me, Central Park in New York looks like. Like, it's unfair the amount of Pokemon that are in there, but it's like super packed. There's thousands of people there, and if they were to put, you know, every 12 hours you can fight Mewtwo or something like that for 10 minutes, man, you'd have hundreds of thousands of people just blocking an area, and it'd be like a huge safety risk for not only those people, but the people driving in the area or anything like that. Like, it would be insane. So I don't think that that's how they're gonna do it, but that's my thoughts. And I don't know if you guys can see that stuff popping up on my my screen or not, the text. I'm trying to delete them all the way, but you know, that's a good concept. I don't know, I've heard some theories as far as like, you know, only the people who've caught all of them and everything like that would be able to kind of get an opportunity, like an event or something like that, to give them the opportunity to do that, or people with max level or something. I really don't know, but when that time comes, I think it's gonna be super dope, because a lot of people's, you know, Mew and Mewtwo were like the ones to get way back when. Trying to think of what else that I've seen in a lot of these Pokemon Go videos that I've watched, that maybe you guys may or may not have seen. I do know that they did say that, I saw a top 10 list of like the strongest ones from IGN. If you have Snapchat, just look at it every day. IGN runs a story like every day on Pokemon Go, and they're like a minute and a half little videos or whatever it is that they show you. But the IGN ranked the top 10 strongest ones, and from what I can remember, I know they said Dragonite was definitely the strongest one. As far as like his health pool goes, he gets up to 3,000 combat power somewhere. And then Snorlax was number 2. I know Gyarados was in the top 10. He was towards the bottom half though, surprisingly. Vaporeon was definitely like in the middle of it. Charizard and Ivysaur or Venusaur, sorry, and Blastoise, they were all in there too, but they were towards the bottom. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have them or not. In my area, I mean, finding the starter Pokemons, I don't want to say it's like hard, but it's not very common. And then when they do pop up, they're super elusive. So like, you better make sure you got those raspberries and greater ultra balls on them to get them. So let me check this egg real quick. I might pop on one of the lucky eggs if we're getting that close. We got 2 kilometers, and then, all right, well, let's pop up. I might as well, because as you can see, at level 24 to 25 is 150,000 experience. So basically, like, where all my experience is coming from is like evolving Pokemons on this lucky egg. So it's crazy. But let me go ahead and pop one on now. As you can see, these are the things that I stock up on. Like, I have some coins there, and I don't really buy the Pokeballs because, like I said, I have that one spot where I can go refill everything. Incense I usually do get, but the lucky eggs I'll buy like the 8-pack and stuff like that. Just pop them on as I'm going, especially at that one park that I was telling you where everything's at, because I mean, the double experience is golden, man. I mean, you get 200 plus experience for catching anything at any point in time. You get 100 experience per Pokestop, and there's like 5 of them out there that you just get to. You just walk this big circle, and you're getting Pokestops every 5 to 6 minutes as far as them resetting. What is my dog doing? Come on. And then, you know, obviously the evolutions, if you're evolving a Pokemon, you already have it in your inventory, you've already caught it or something like that, you get 500 experience. But with the lucky egg, obviously that doubles. And then if you're evolving something to something new, you would get 1,000 normally, but that turns into 2,000 with the eggs. So I mean, that's super fucking cool. You know, at this point in the game, man, you just need any evolution you can get. But my advice, if I could go back and start anew, I wasted a lot of Stardust and everything like that. And I wasted a lot of time because I wasn't catching duplicates of a lot of Pokemon. I was just going after like the new ones, and you get the new Pokemon in your Pokedex. And I leveled up, and I maybe got to like 8 or 9 kind of quick. But then after that, it like slowed down a lot. Then I realized, oh dang, I should probably be catching stuff. So if I could start all over again, for anybody who's new or within the first couple levels of the game, or whatever the case may be, or maybe you want to explain it to somebody new, just go out and catch everything. You got to catch everything that you can, and then try and get lucky eggs. If you don't want to spend money on the eggs, yo, I get it. You do get some every couple of levels. I don't know the exact levels. I know once you hit level 20, you get like 2 eggs, 2 lures, 20 ultra balls and stuff like that. I know at level 12 you get the great ball. I think maybe at level 5 and maybe 8 or 10 you get a lucky egg. But those things are so clutch when you're just trying to level up, and go for it. Now, if I could go back, you can get to level 10, 12, maybe even 15 relatively easy just by going and catching stuff. And I know like everybody wants to get that super strong Pokemon out there, but I mean, if you're playing the game, you obviously know that you can be at level 13, 15, 17 and have like a Pokemon who's maybe 900, maybe even 1,000. And then you come across gyms, and in these gyms you're seeing 17, 18. I mean, I've seen 2,500, 2,600 Dragonites in gyms before, and I was thinking I was sitting pretty decent, but that's not the case. What I would do is, oh, look at this. We got a Butterfree, 2 Eevees, and Rattata, of course. I mean, we'll kind of put that on for them. But, like, what I would do, me personally, is save all those evolutions till 20, or like 18, 19, 20, as close as it that you can. Then you pop that lucky egg, and then you just go to town and evolve everything you can. You know what I mean? Now, I know there is another website, or yeah, it's a website or an app maybe. If you guys watch Ali A, go to his channel, More Ali A, and he's got a thing that he funds. It's nothing like the CSO Go stuff that you guys may or may not have heard about, but he invested in a website. And what this website does, and I'm trying to think of the name, I'll put it up in the video when I get home and I do all the editing. Oh, but as you can see, we got this 10K egg real quick. Oh, I'm hoping it's something good. I've had some bad luck the last one. Oh, see what I'm saying? Eevee, man. Eevee. Dang. We got 57 Eevees. This one's a 592. I mean, I don't even know. 608, 619 Eevee. I mean, I'm going to rename them. I'm going to try a theory, because I've named them Sparky, I've named them Rainer, and I've gotten all Vaporeons. So I'm going to try and name them Pyro and hope that I get the Jolteon. Now, like I said, the Jolteon is the weakest one. When I was talking about that website, what it does is you can go and pick the Pokemon you're trying to evolve, and you type in whatever the catch power is, and then it'll calculate what like the average evolution combat power is for that Pokemon you're trying to do, so you can get a general idea of where it's going to come up. Now, it shows the low end and it shows the extreme high end too. So like, let's say this Eevee, I know that I plugged this in earlier, and it said something like for Jolteon it would have been like 13, low 13s, like 1320, let's say, was the average. For Vaporeon, it was almost 1700. It was like 1658, 1660. And then for Flareon, it was about 100 combat power less than that. So we'll see where it stacks up on. And like I said, once I get home and do the editing of the video, I'll pop the website in there once I figure it back out again. So it's probably on the screen right now, but let's see what we got. I do want to evolve him. We got the lucky egg going, and now these bugs are killing me. I don't know if you guys live in Florida, man, but it's terrible. So hot. These gnats come all over the place. Who do we get? Hey, we got him. Let's see if he comes out of the 1300 category. Or do we get the low end spectrum? Come on, show me. 1240. So we got a lower one, which, you know, that's cool, I guess. I can level him up a little bit. But as you can see, I spent a lot of Stardust already. So we got 33 Eevee candies, but that's cool because now, I mean, 1240 is not the highest, and dang, our electric buzz is higher than that anyway. But now from what I've heard, my dog is like just rolling in the grass. She's ready to go in, but I'm gonna check these eggs. Look at what's she doing? Let me hold on. I don't even know what I'm doing now. My dog's like distracting me. Eggs. All right, so we got a half a kilometer to go on the 2 kilometer egg, and I got like 3 2s left. Now I do have plenty of incubators. I got 2 more I could use, but I don't like using the ones that you have to buy, or the ones with like a couple of uses on the 2s, just because they get used up so fast. So what I normally do is the infinity one, as you can see, is the one I dedicate for the 2 kilometer eggs. So you know, I don't hatch too many 2s that often, but if you use the ones that have the uses, in my opinion, I think it's smarter this way. You put the 5k or 10k in there, and you get the use of your infinite one twice before one use of the ones that expire or diminish, however you want to call it. So but I'm gonna put my dog back inside, and then we'll get back to it here in just a second.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!